Well, welcome to Downtown Ray Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Wednesday, April 7th, 2021, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. Julia Roberts and George Clooney's romantic comedy Ticket to Paradise will be coming to theaters September 30th, 2022, Universal announced on Tuesday. The film, which also stars Billy Lord, follows Roberts and Clooney as a divorced couple who try to stop their love-struck daughter from repeating their mistakes. Roberts and Clooney starred in the Ocean's 11 series together. Clooney is also producing with Grant Heslov for Smokehouse Pictures, while Roberts is producing with Lisa Roberts-Gillian and Marissa Yearis-Gill for Red Elm Films. Ol Park is directing based off a script he wrote with Daniel Pipitsky. Clooney last directed and starred in Netflix's The Midnight Sky. Roberts will next be seen in the Watergate drama Gaslit, which she will be portraying Martha Mitchell, the first person to publicly sound the alarm on President Richard Nixon's involvement on the scandal. Netflix is giving a glimpse of the film Monster. The streaming service shared a trailer for the legal drama Tuesday featuring Kelvin Harrison Jr. as Steve Harmon, an honored student and inspiring filmmaker who is charged with murder. The preview opens with scenes of Steve spending time with his mother, played by Jennifer Hudson, and father, played by Jeffrey Wright, and documenting moments in his everyday life. In a voiceover, Steve's dad shares all of the hopes and dreams he had for his son. The scene then switches to security camera footage of a robbery at a convenience store. Steve is charged with felony murder and must navigate a complex legal battle. Monster is based on the Walter Dean Myers novel of the same name, which explores themes of identity, race, dehumanization, and the subjective nature of the truth. The film is directed by Anthony Mandler and executive produced by Wright, John Legend, and Nazir Naz Jones. Monster premieres May 7th on Netflix. Helen Mirren is set to star as Golda Meir, Israel's only female prime minister, in a biopic titled Golda. Academy Award-winning filmmaker Guy Nativ is serving as a director based off a script by Nicholas Martin, who is also producing alongside BAFTA winner Michael Kahn. Meir was known as the Iron Lady of Israel. The screenplay follows the decision Meir made during the Yom Kippur Wars in 1973. The war involved Egypt, Syria, and Jordan launching a surprise attack on the Sinai Peninsula and the Golan Heights. The film is eyeing on an October production start date. Embankment will handle international sales, with CAA Media Finance and ICM taking care of domestic rights. Nativ said in a statement, "As someone who was born during the Yom Kippur War, I am honored to tell this fascinating story about the first and only woman to ever lead Israel." He continued, Nicholas Martin's brilliant script dives into Golda's final chapter as the country faces a deadly surprise attack during the holiest day of the year. A corps of delusional generals undermining Golda's judgment, all while undergoing secret treatments for her illness. I could not be more excited to be working with the legendary Miss Mirren to bring this epic, emotional, and complex story to life. Mirren will next be seen in F9 and was recently cast as the villain Hespera, daughter of the god Atlas, in the DC Comics sequel Shazam! Fury of the Gods. FX released the trailer for the third and final season of Pose on Tuesday. The show returns May 2nd with 7 episodes. The series portrays the gay and trans ball scene of the 80s and 90s. Season 3 sees AIDS claim more people involved in the community. Bianca, played by MJ Rodriguez, witnesses some of the devastation firsthand via her job at the hospital. Pray Tell, played by Billy Porter, struggles with his own treatment for AIDS, and Bianca leads the other characters in protest to raise awareness for AIDS. Pray Tell says, "I knew this disease was going to eat me alive, but I'm not going out without a fight." Pray Tell also laments the state of ball culture, which, with cash prizes and bad lip syncing, compromising the art. The cast and crew of Pose includes Rodriguez and creator Steve Canales. Marks the completion of filming on March 21st. FX previously announced this would be the show's final season, and executive producer Ryan Murphy says they told the story they wanted to tell. Porter made history as the first openly gay actor to win the Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actor in 2019. He was nominated again in 2020. The show also earned nods for outstanding drama as well as hair, makeup, costume, and casting categories. Peacock released a trailer for their upcoming comedy Girls Forever Tuesday. Sara Bareilles, Renee Elise Goldsberry, Paula Pell, and Busy Phillips play members of a 90s girl band making a comeback. 4 of the members of Girls Forever reunite 20 years after their heyday. In the trailer, Dawn, played by Bareilles, realizes that Girls Forever's lyrics send negative messages to young girls. The Girls Forever song about jailbait is a satire of the Spice Girls songs. However, Bareilles says she and her co-stars have to sing their hearts out. Bareilles said recently at a Television Critics Association Zoom meeting, to take it seriously as a singer and as a performer is part of the magic trick of all of it. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt writer and producer Meredith Sarcardino created Girls Forever. Tina Fey, Robert Carlock, and Jeff Richmond also executive produced and promised more humorous music throughout the season. Getting the band together isn't as easy as Dawn hopes. The band faces resistance from executives and passerbys. Scardino says the theme of Girls Forever is women empowering one another. As teenagers, a record producer assembled Girls Forever. In the present, they are taking control of their legacy. Scardino says they didn't choose each other's back then, but I think when they come back now, they choose each other now. Girls Forever premieres May 6th on Peacock. All eight season 1 episodes will be available at once. Dominic Cooper is an English spy sent to Berlin in 1961 in the first trailer for the upcoming AMC Plus series Spy City. Cooper portrays Fielding Scott in the clip released on Tuesday and is tasked with finding out who in Berlin is leaking vital British, American, and French security information to the Russians. The spy goes deep undercover, makes allies, and survives assassination attempts during his trip. The synopsis reads, Fielding has been given possibly the hardest job in the world, cleaning up Berlin. He must find out who the traitor is and expose, arrest, or eliminate that person. Spy City is a 6-part series, will premiere April 15th on AMC+. New episodes will arrive weekly on the streaming service on Thursday. Romain Portel, Leonie Benish, and Joanna Wolak also star. Cooper serves as the executive producer. The series was created and written by novelist and screenwriter William Boyd. Germain Portuguese filmmaker Miguel Andre is directing. Will Forte is a new dad. The 50-year-old actor and comedian welcomed his first child, daughter Zoe Douglas, with his fiancée Olivia Molde in February. Forte shared the news during Monday's episode of Clooney. He said, I just had a baby. Well, my fiancée Olivia just had a baby exactly 7 weeks ago, February 15th. Her name's Zoe Douglas Forte. He added, we love her. She was delivered by a doctor named Dr. Rad. Forte says his baby girl's doing great. He discussed how being a dad has reignited his pack rat tendencies and show how he keeps his daughter's first dirty diaper in a specimen bag. Forte says, I'm like, I gotta save everything. Forte's father, Reb Forte, appeared with Forte on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in April, where he confirmed Forte and modeling's engagement and discussed how he and Forte share a name. Reb Forte says, my full name is Orville Willis Forte III. He's overall Willis Forte IV. He's currently engaged and says if he has a boy, they'll probably agree it will be possible it would be Orville Willis Forte V. Not a decision, but a possibility. Forte created and starred as Phil Miller on the Fox series The Last Man on Earth, which ended in 2018. He voiced Wolf Tobin on the animated series The Great North. Lupita Nyong'o says she'll miss Chadwick Boseman's leadership while filming Black Panther 2. The 38-year-old actress discussed Boseman, who died in August, and the upcoming Black Panther sequel during Tuesday's episode of The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Boseman and Nyong'o played T'Challa, aka Black Panther, and Nakia, respectively, in the 2018 Marvel film Black Panther. Boseman died August 28th at the age of 43 after privately battling colon cancer. On Ellen, Nyong'o says she still struggles to accept Boseman's death and will miss his leadership as the cast and crew films Black Panther 2. Nyong'o says, while it's still hard for me to come to terms with his passing, he just led the movie with such compassion and just presence. She added, when Chadwick came on set, he was present and he brought his entire being to that movie. And he was just so humble as well, and that leadership will be missed. Nyong'o calls Boseman her friend, adding that it's hard to think of him in the past tense still. She said director Ryan Coogler will honor Boseman in the new Black Panther movie. The actress said, I feel that what Ryan Coogler has planned very much honors him and his legacy, so I feel good about going back. Nyong'o said in an interview with Good Morning America in March that Coogler had some exciting ideas for Black Panther 2. She said of Boseman, it's going to be different, of course, without our king to go back into that world, but I know that all of us are dedicated to reimagining or carrying on his legacy. Ryan Coogler has some really, really exciting ideas that I look forward to bringing to life with the rest of the family. Nyong'o also voiced the title character in Super Summer, a new YouTube Originals animated series about an African superhero girl. Prince Harry will executive produce a Netflix series about the Invictus Games. Netflix said in a press release Tuesday that Archwell Productions, the production company Harry launched with his wife Meghan Markle in October, will produce the docuseries Heart of Invictus. The Heart of Invictus hails from director Orlando von Easendale and producer Joanna Nasagia-Segura. The series marks Archwell's first series with Netflix since Harry Markle signed a multi-year deal with the company in September. The Invictus Games is an international sporting event featuring competitors who are wounded, injured, or sick-armed service personnel, and veterans. Heart of Invictus follows a group of competitors as they prepare for the Invictus Games, the Hog 2020, which is now taking place in 2022. Prince Harry says, since the very first Invictus game back in 2014, we know that each competitor would contribute in their own exceptional way to a mosaic of resilience, determination, and resolve. The series will give communities around the world a window into the moving and uplifting stories of these competitors on their path to the Netherlands next year. He also added, as Archwell Productions' first series with Netflix, in partnership with the Invictus Games Foundation, I couldn't be more excited for the journey ahead or prouder of the Invictus community for continuously inspiring global healing, human potential, and continued service. Harry will appear on camera and executive produce the series. The Invictus Game Foundation will also serve as an executive producer. Harry is the patron of the Invictus Game. He and Markle made their first official appearance as a couple at the Invictus Game in September 2017. Milo Ventimiglia discussed how he accidentally sent Jimmy Fallon's wife Nancy a photo of himself dressed as Evel Knievel while appearing on The Tonight Show. Ventimiglia was set to portray the Daredevil in limited series on USA that was ultimately scrapped. Fallon recalled, so I love Evel Knievel, and it was you dressed up, and it was a screen test for Evel Knievel. And you're like, I'll send this to you, but don't show it. On Monday, before stating that he couldn't remember his phone number and gave the actor his wife's number, thinking it was his. Ventimiglia says, I was blonde, I was hairy-chested, I was everything, and yeah, I didn't put anything. I just sent the photo, and then I got the who is this, as Fallon laughed. Ventimiglia also discussed how he doesn't know what will be happening on his NBC series This Is Us due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The 43-year-old says the pandemic prevents creator Dan Fogelman from discussing what happens in the next batch of episodes with the cast. Ventimiglia says Dan Fogelman, he'll come to the set, and this is the difference between, let's say, a COVID set versus normal filming set. In a COVID set, Fogelman doesn't visit, so we don't get that sit around the campfire. Dan having just walked out of the writer's room saying, you guys want to know what happens in the next 7 or 8 or 9 episodes. He continues, so we don't really have that this year, so I'm kind of in the dark. Ventimiglia played an emotional interview with Fallon where the duo were tasked with acting out a randomly selected emotion or situation while having a normal conversation. Ventimiglia acted as a customer service rep with Fallon as an angry customer and had to act like his tongue was swollen during the game. The Entertainment Software Association announced on Twitter that E3, the Electronic Entertainment Expo, will return in 2021 with the virtual event from June 12th to the 15th. The all-virtual event will feature live press conferences and a 4-day-long video stream, giving fans access to the trade event for the video game industry. The ESA said on the official E3 website, in 2021, E3 is coming to you. This year's event will be a reimagined and hyper-engaged digital experience, paving the way for so much more in 2022 and beyond. E3 is known for its press conferences from some of the biggest video publishers in the industry, where they announce and showcase new titles. The event, normally held with fans and members of the media, were canceled last year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Nintendo, Xbox, Capcom, Ubisoft, Warner Brothers Games, Take-Two Interactive, Konami, and Koch Media will provide content for E3 in 2021. The John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts will kick off its 50th anniversary season in September. The center said in a press release Tuesday that it will reopen and resume performances in mid-September. Events will include an opening concert curated and hosted by Michael Tilson Thomas and 2 50th anniversary weekends featuring free activities for the public. In addition, this season will feature a new cultural leadership initiative, 4 artist residencies, 7 commissioned works for the National Symphony Orchestra, new plays, and other events. Kennedy Center President Deborah F. Rutter said, "I can't think of no better way to reimagine from the darkness of these last many months, than to reopen with the vibrant season-long celebration of the center's rich history and the bright futures of the arts in our nation." She said, "At the heart of our planning and preparation, even as we continue to navigate health and financial challenges, is the desire to present a season and fresh patron experiences that taps into our 50 years of culture as the National Cultural Center. We will awaken these stories and ensure that all are invited to participate and tell us their story. But we will also want to continue shining a light on the future of the performing arts with works and initiatives that speak to the promise of America's greatest asset, the human spirit and diversity of our artists." The Kennedy Center will announce spring and summer activities and the full 2021-2022 seasons for theater, dance, ballet, jazz, Forte's chamber music, NSO, and WNO in the coming weeks and months. Chelsea Clinton will launch her own podcast next week. iHeartRadio announced in a press release Tuesday that Clinton, the daughter of President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, will launch In Fact with Chelsea Clinton podcast April 13th. In Fact will focus on the public health and explore some of the biggest public health challenges of our time, from HIV/AIDS to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Clinton will speak with experts, activists, and celebrity guests, including actress Jane Fonda, actor Dax Shepard, Queer Eye star Jonathan Van Ness, Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, and D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser. Clinton said in a statement, "With more attention than ever being paid to public health, we have an opportunity to expand awareness beyond COVID-19 to other real and pervasive issues that impact us. On this podcast, I'm looking forward to bringing conversations with some of the smartest and most interesting people I know to a new audience." She added, "From stigma to choice to the environment, my hope is that listeners will walk away from each episode informed, entertained, inspired, and with a better understanding of why public health matters, certainly in this moment and always." Clinton has a doctorate in international relations, a master's in public health, and teaches at Columbia University's Mailman School for Public Health. Clinton's parents also have an iHeartRadio podcast. Bill Clinton hosts Why Am I Telling You This with Bill Clinton, while Hillary Clinton hosts You and Me Both with Hillary Clinton. The South Korean music label representing BTS is acquiring Ithaca Holdings for $1.05 billion. The U.S. affiliated of Hype, formerly Big Hit Entertainment, will buy all shares of Ithaca Holdings and its properties, including SP Projects and Big Machine label groups. As a result, the contract will bring together BTS and arguably the world's most popular boy band with U.S. pop stars like Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, and J Balvin. American media entrepreneur Scooter Braun, who heads Ithaca Holdings, will also join the board of Hype. Hype CEO Bang Shi-kook said in a statement Friday, the inevitable joining of Hype and Ithaca Holdings marks the start of a new adventure no one could possibly have imagined. The two companies will work closely together, leveraging our proven track records of success, know-hows, and expertise to create synergy, transcend borders, and break down cultural barriers. In 2019, Braun was at the center of a controversy when he acquired the music label that put out several albums of Taylor Swift. Swift's accused Braun of being, quote, manipulative bully at the time of the purchase, and in late 2020, Braun sold off the master rights to Swift's first 6 albums. Now that South Korea's Hype has acquired Braun's Ithaca Holdings, analysts say the music group can further tap into the U.S. market. The KB investment and securities analyst Lee Sun-hai told UPI News Korea, Hype strives to global up not only Ithaca Holdings but also its staff and artists so as to create a synergy effect. The measures is expected to help K-pop stars advance into the global market. As Hype secures enough cash through the listings, it may purchase other labels in the future. Since its initial public offering in October, Hype has invested in South Korea's show business sector. Earlier this year, its subsidiary, Ben and X, took over a video streaming service called V Live. Hype and Ben and X have funneled $62 million into YG Plus, a unit of their cross-town rival YG Entertainment. HMC investment and securities analyst Kim Hyung-yong says if BTS can perform alongside with Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber, the impact would be great. The Hype Ithaca partnership has a shot at the jackpot. But in case the world's music market does not get back on track early after the virus pandemic, Hype may not be able to get big advantages from the deal. And finally, Lil Tjay took the stage on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. The 19-year-old singer and rapper performed the song Calling My Phone featuring 6 Black during Monday night's episode of the NBC Late Night Talk Show. Lil Tjay and 6 Black performed on stage illuminated by purple lights. The pair were accompanied by live musicians and a woman in bed on stage. Lil Tjay released a single and music video for Calling My Phone in February. The song appears on his second studio album, Destined to Win, released in April. Lil Tjay said on Instagram on Monday, I just want to say thank you for being patient with me. I wanted to give y'all the best body of work I can. The album of the year is here. On Sunday, Lil Tjay released a music video for Oh Well, another song from Destined to Win. And that is your entertainment report for Wednesday, April 7th, 2021. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app. Search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.